Hi everyone, it's Digital MB, Martin Blythe representing Team Clocked. On today's episode of Reaction 2, I want to talk a little bit about cars and trucks, a smidgen about sand, and also why rubbing engine oil on your head is very, very cool and unusually sexy. Yeah, it was pretty sexy. That's right, I'm talking about Mad Max Fury Road. So this week I got to see Mad Max Fury Road, the fourth instalment of the Mad Max film series. So basically today I just want to talk about what I thought of the film. Was it good? Was it crap? So yeah, let's do it. So okay, just to give you an idea, this is starring Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron, and basically it's all about Max, who's a little bit mad, and he basically is trapped within a community at the beginning of the film led by Immortan Joe, who strangely enough and pretty coolly enough was played by Hugh Keith-Byrne, who was the original villain in the original Mad Max from 1979. So basically Max is caught and he manages to escape that place along with Charlize Theron to find somewhere called the Green Place. And I don't really want to go much more into that because I don't want to have any spoilers. So basically what I want to say is wow, that film is unbelievable. I can't remember the last time I've seen a film at the cinema that was so good that I feel like I'm never going to have that experience again with Mad Max Fury Road when I bring it home when it's released on DVD, which is a shame. The sound was absolutely phenomenal. The first thing I wanted to basically talk about was the production side of it. As soon as it got to the scenes where Immortan Joe, played by Hugh Keith-Byrne, was on that balcony with all of these people, and to give you an idea of sort of the scale of the world that they created and how intricate every part was, I couldn't believe what I was seeing in terms of the production side of things of the film. It was unbelievably awesome. I'm still struggling now, a few days after seeing it, of how they were able to produce something on this scale, especially when the vast majority of it was all physical effects as opposed to CGI. It was just the colour schemes were fantastic, very obviously orange and reds and yellows and browns. It was just a wonderful thing to see, and it was just beautiful but also very, very gruesome at the same time. So what about the characters of Mad Max Fury Road? I've talked a little bit about how it was on a grand scale in terms of the settings and the locations and everything like that. The actual characters that make up the story. Now, the first thing I have to say, and the ones that stand out a mile away from everyone else, are the villains. They are just so colourful, so full of character. They are so stupid in terms of their appearance and even their job roles. Like, you know, everyone's already heard there's a guy playing a guitar on top of a truck. Why? What purpose does he have for that group of villains? He doesn't have one. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't need explaining. It's just really, really cool. He has flames coming out of his guitar. You've got the guys with the drums. It's just, they have basically gone in and said, let's see what we can get away with in terms of what a character can look like and make it really, really cool and not have to worry about why he's there in the first place, because none of us know why he's there. He is just, I mean, all the characters were just so good. We were introduced a little bit later on to some other characters, potentially from other parts of the world in post-apocalyptic Australia, that we didn't get much of a background on, but looked awesome, and they had their own characteristics in terms of the way they looked, the way they talked, the way they acted, the way they held themselves. Immortan Joe, who's the main villain of Mad Max Fury Road, was just it looked amazing. I would love to speak to the people who created these characters and find out what was going on in their heads, because I was just totally gripped with how these characters worked and how they talked to each other, how they acted. just the way they held themselves was absolutely fantastic. The one criticism I do have with regards to the characters is that, ironically, Max himself wasn't very interesting. Now, I know that he's meant to be quite a silent character anyway, but Tom Hardy is such a physical presence on the screen that I felt like I want to see more Tom Hardy. He did have some physical elements to it, but there just wasn't enough. The beauty of Tom Hardy is he can be a physical presence, he can also, he's a very, very good actor. And it's just a shame that I feel like he was sort of lost in the noise of the whole world. And you know, next time around, because I know that Tom Hardy is back for a few other Mad Max films, I would like to see a lot more of him in the future. Just a bit more dialogue, a bit more of a chemistry between the characters, and some real aggression. They touched on his backstory a little bit. Maybe they can bring that more into the next ones, and then we can maybe see a little bit more of his character come out. That would be great. Highlight of the film in terms of the character side of things, besides the villains, was Charlize Theron, who played Furiosa. Absolutely unbelievable. She just nailed it. She was very aggressive, very angry, and looked so cool with a robotic arm, and again, engine oil on the head, which is very, very weird, but that looked awesome. And she looked sexy while doing it, I would love to see a bit of a backstory with her, maybe in comics or books or anything like that, short film, anything like that. But she had some beautiful aggression about her, and the acting was on the ball. Again, she's obviously known for being very, very good anyway. So yeah, she was absolutely fantastic. So yeah, she absolutely nailed it. More Tom Hardy, please, because he is cool and I've got a little bit of a man crush for him. So yeah, let's have more Tom Hardy. What the film has been labelled as is an action film. And what's the action like? Wow, it's amazing. The action of that film, again, I can't understand, I can't grasp how a scene was directed like that. Those chases in those cars and trucks was absolutely sensational. Well, how the cameras got into particular positions was weird. Seeing all the cars and trucks of the tribe or that villainous community, having them all go in a line and just push across the desert was a beautiful sight, but it was also so gruesome. The sound effects were absolutely unbelievable. You could hear it was just the engines, the explosions, the punching. Just wow! You were lost in that world totally when those action scenes were happening, and there wasn't a minute where I wasn't bored. I just wanted more and more action. Now the soundtrack was again brilliant. I was expecting a little bit more sort of hard rock, metal, even some electronica type soundtrack in there, but there wasn't. It was very old school. It was very, you know, obviously orchestral, which I wasn't expecting, but it did work. It helped a lot with those action scenes, and in particular scenes where I had to sort of slow down, something emotional did happen. The music sort of matched that quite well. That was really, really impressive. So, my verdict of Mad Max Fury Road, how was it? Well, it was astonishing. I cannot wait to watch the other ones, which is going to be a while down the road. I know that George Miller is working on the script for the second one now, so give it a few years, but it's amazing that a film like that is going to catch the audience this summer, because it is now considered a summer blockbuster now, even though we're not in summer yet. And it's an idea for a film that really shouldn't be a summer blockbuster. It's too gritty, it's too dark, and it's too unusual, but it seems to have caught everyone's attention, and I think it's going to do very, very well in the next few weeks or so at the box office, which is good news for everyone else looking at some of those sequels. So yes, fantastic characters. The villains were absolutely amazing. A huge, epic, grand scale is exactly what you want for a world like this. They've now laid the foundations for creating something really, really fun and really, really good with regards to other parts of Australia on a post-apocalyptic level that we haven't seen yet. More Tom Hardy, I keep on going on about it, but I don't care because Charlize Theron is hot with that angel on her head. So guys, let me know what you think of Mad Max Fury Road if you have seen it. Please leave a comment below. If you like our content, if you want to support our channel, please do by hitting that like and subscribe button. Once again, this is the Digital MB, Martin Blythe, representing Team Clocked. Thank you very much.